You smell what the flock is cooking. Flock up or flock off, not you. You stick around, because it's about to go down. You know, flock with the most energetic entity in the Eagleverse. Let's flock and go. You know how I like to do around this time, about this time, at this time, on a Thursday Hurts day. Let's go. So, of course, on the Thursday Hurts day, we're going to get into a little Hurts, Wentz, Hurts. It hurts when I Wentz. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of good sack hunting. Whoa. Pause. Sack hunting. What else? We got some little bit of special teams talk. I guess you know what's to come in the coming year. Wow, right now. And we got a few games I'm watching, all that, man. So before we get into any of that, let's keep the maniac thing. Please like and subscribe. You about that fly, Eagles fly. Drop a comment in that box if you flying with the flop. Let's fly. Do remember, join that maniac thing. Note again, you hit that bell. You get a ding whenever I'm on this YouTube thing. Let's fucking fly. And while that's the maniac thing, let's keep the main thing. Hope this video finds you in good vibes, good tides, fly skies. If you're not there, hope this helps you get there, because we're about to go there. Oh yeah. Dude, it's been crazy the last few days. You know, hearing all this talking, I did 2 back-to-back. This is about to be 3 in a row. The Reddick situation is, I guess, heavy on my head, and I'm sorry for anyone that's going through Reddick fatigue right now. So we're going to try and keep this short and sweet. Sweet and short, short and sweet. Whatever. Yeah, that's... So, it's bugging me. I mean, number one, I can't stand the, okay, so now he's gone. Of course, I wasn't upset with the move. Then I took a sec to step back and think to myself, the rational reasons why this move was necessitated, why it was needed, why the organization would do it. So, I'm in a place of acceptance right now. Not the best move, not the worst move, whatever the case may be. I'm like this right now. I'm steady Eddie, right? However, then the part I don't like is, you got the articles coming out. He's this, he's that, he's bad, and blah, 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 and da, da, da. And then it is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. But one thing that's bugging me out, the craziest thing right now is somebody put it out there that, he was out here sack hunting, pause, right? And I'm seeing a lot of responses, a lot of comments saying, well, that's his job. That's what he's supposed to do. Like, I get it. But, bro, certain calls are called for certain things, and I've seen it time and time again with this team. Sometimes when we've seen our Eagles teams lose discipline, lose gap discipline, lose the edge assignments, that's going to make for big plays. Quarterbacks are just stepping up into the pocket. Either they're scrambling or they're finding somebody they're dunking down to, or just more time, because now you got a guy that's 10 yards behind the damn quarterback, way out of the play. And not to say that Reddick was responsible, because, just last season was just such a roller coaster. I mean, I could barely even, there's so many things that you could point at that I don't even know what to point to. Last season was wild, just crazy roller coaster of emotions. Regardless of what, I don't know if I could, maybe if I went back and look at some tape, right? I could probably see that, he was probably guilty of that on numerous occasions. And now that I think right now, I remember one game, I saw Sirianni arguing with Reddick, and I'm like, what the flock is going, bro, this, what's going on? So, I'm saying, that lends me to believe that possibly he was over pursuing, he was chasing numbers, he was trying to get those sacks for the mere fact that he was, in his opinion, his estimation, in his mind, he was on a contract year. You don't want to go into the last, you don't want to go into the last year of your contract. That's just not what players or coaches want to do for whatever reason. And I have a, I don't know, I got this weird theory in my mind that, maybe the Eagles upped it by maybe 1 by restructuring some things and all that. And he was just probably hardlining the number that he wanted. And it's crazy, because then you turning down guaranteed money, and then you're going to be playing another year. And then I can't see that money getting longer. A 31-year-old getting a big contract, whatever. It's going, right? It happened. I just wanted to correct that for people his job is to get sacks. Not if it's not within the scheme of the D. Okay, you're saying now you're going to say no, it should always be the scheme for Haason Reddick to go get the quarterback. What about run plays? You need gap discipline, man. You got to protect. You got to contain the edges. You need contain. Your contain assignment is everything, at least in my estimation. So I just wanted to temper people's comments as far as that goes. If he was out of assignment, if he was out of place, if he was out of position, that's something to put your microscope on, something to take a look at. Bro, man, I can't go in the season with this. And then this transfers into Fangio. I didn't even say that was one of the things we're going to get into today. But Fangio, I'm listening to a lot of people saying Fangio, Ramsey didn't like Fangio down there in Miami, and now people are saying that perhaps Simmons didn't even like him, and that's perhaps why he hasn't even signed yet, but that's a whole other can of beans. But it does give me cause for pause, bro, do we have, hope we don't got another one of these guys that the players don't want to play for, and then this is just going to cause all kinds of craziness, chaos, and cacophony that I'm not here for this year. But we do have a young team, so that can lend itself to being a bit more moldable, if you will. And if we keep this thing young and guys that can learn and are willing to learn, and he can make these dudes better players, better men on and off the field, and I'm all for it. Vic Fangio, you already know I'm already signed up. I'm all the way in on that. Like we have a choice. Over the last few days, I know I've told y'all this on a few occasions. The NFL Network is assholes, bro. Like, dude, we can't get one Eagles game. I'm seeing them play certain games 2 and 3 times within a day. Like, dog, can I get an Eagles game? Just any old Eagles game from any time, whenever. Come on, give me... Really, bro? I gotta watch... It's just annoying. So, what I had to do was to do what a maniac do. You feel me? Like, I'm gonna go through the archives myself. So, over the last few days, being that it's the Thursday Hurts Day, whatever, I just went to the first one that popped up. I believe the dude's name was like Assface or something. He posts full Eagles games online where you have like the you'll have Merrill Reese talking, but you'll have the game feed, whatever the case may be. So that's super dope. And the first game that popped up, unfortunately, I remember this game vividly. I was on my way to Jersey. I had missed the first quarter because of traffic. And dude, like we scored nothing against the Giants. The second game against the Giants in the 2021 season. I had previously gone to the game at MetLife and we lost because of Jalen Reagor. So then we have this game, right? And I'm just watching. And I don't, dude, like, and that was, albeit that was 3 years ago. And I don't want to be this guy. And perhaps, you know what, because, you know, I'm a big Jalen Hurts guy. Jalen Alexander, great Hurts, that's my guy. If I'm choosing Hurts or Wentz, I'm choosing Hurts 5 times, 7 times a week, twice on Sunday, you know what I'm saying? But this game, maybe I'm sipping the Kool-Aid or something, I don't know, because I'm watching this game, I'm like, bro, whoa, I'm seeing balls sailing. I'm seeing God wide open. This seems to be like a trend now that I'm seeing it down. Like missing Goddard seems to be a thing for this guy Goddard. And I don't know if it's the coaching or him or what, something that we have to, and hopefully, like I said, this is just a little bit of reverse jinxing and work in our favor because whenever I say something's going to happen, it doesn't happen. So, you know, maybe this is what happened and Hurts to go out here and freaking be the most accurate pinpoint, seeing everything on the field quarterback you ever seen this year. Regardless of whom or what, I'm just watching like, damn, dog. But anyway, I got my fill. I was able to watch that game. And of course, there were things, don't get it twisted. There were things that he did great. And of course, you know, revisionist history. I'm sitting here trying to pinpoint, trying to figure out things because things definitely went wrong over the last 6 games. I should be watching those games, right? But whatever. Found this game. I'm watching this game. And while there was some definitely great plays, some great splash plays and all that, there was a lot left to be desired. There was a lot left on the plate. And you know, I like cleaning that plate, even if it's late. Let's go. Let's give it right. You know, so yeah, that was a bit upsetting. And then the next game after that was the Carson Wentz game versus the Broncos in the 17 season. So for whatever reason, I don't remember that game. Perhaps because, I mean, I remember Slade getting a big interception. I fell asleep before we got to that point of the game last night while I was watching it. Regardless, like, I do recall Slade getting a big pick 6. And then I woke up, I saw like, I believe the score was like 40. Like we went off on those Broncos that year. So that may be why it's just like whenever I've thought about this game on numerous occasions, you just can't really pinpoint anything except for the Slade interception. Anyway, so now I'm watching it, right? I'm watching it last night, the first quarter and a half. And this boy Wentz, bro. And like I said, I'm the number one Hurts guy in the corner. I got a whole day, Thursday, Hurts Day. Let's rock and go. But bro, when Wentz was good, boy, like, fam, I'm cannon, like just popping out of his arm. Doug Peterson, the play calling, like we look faster, we look stronger, we look better. That team was crazy, not to mention the 3 tight end sets. We're looking at Selleck, Burton, and Ertz. Like, what the flock is going on here? Like, it was, dude. And then 3 consecutive plays. One play was Burton, one play was Selleck, one play was Ertz. Like, he's mixing this thing up, spreading this thing around. That season was crazy. Just had to put that out there. So, yeah, I got my fill. You know what I mean? If you want to get your fill, that's where I would go to YouTube because the NFL Network ain't jacking us, B. We got some of Jeff Stoutland. That's one of Jeff Stoutland. I want to get into the special teams thing. This new kickoff thing. Real quick, just since I have the mind of the maniac. I'm looking at it like, bro, this is basically some offensive line stuff right there. You know what I mean? These guys can't move until the receiver, the returner gets the ball in his hands. And I'm just thinking, we have a secret weapon in Jeff Stoutland, the king of the zone run, whatever you want to call it, offensive line guru, Stoutland University. Like, I think we setting up for something special over here, man. At least for our team and the insight that we have on it, seemed like we were being proactive with that even before this thing was being implemented. Looking at us, I pick up Isaiah Rodgers last year. I'm not sure they were seeing this far ahead as far as the pickup of him, but he's someone that could play in that game. We know, at least you know me. I'm the president of Brent Covey fan club. Brent Covey, I think, could go crazy in a situation like that. So many things, so many pieces, not to mention, Zach Pascal, what the fuck is we talking about? I missed that guy, oh man. Another one of Sirianni's guys from the Colts, Paris Campbell, you know what I mean? He's a speedster, he's a return guy. So we got guys over here, man. I think we're really making a concerted effort to address this thing now. Remember, last year I was saying, damn, it doesn't seem like the Eagles give a damn about the special teams at all, because it seems like the NFL is legislating that whole play out of the game. So why are we even worried about it? So now this year, with it coming back, I'm just seeing a lot of moves, a lot of sneaky things going on in the background as far as our team goes. And not to mention your boy Clay, Michael Clay got something to say. He stepped up pretty big last year, and hopefully next year too. Hopefully that was a Freudian slip, right? And just feeling good about this Stoutland thing, and just inside the mind, man, just a few things I was thinking. And last but not least, before we hop up out of here, man, a little draft talk. I'm seeing a lot of people are feeling the Nate Wiggins thing. And initially when I heard Gate City say, nah, not Nate Wiggins, and this, that, and the third, I'm like, I'm rocking with him because, he broke me down on things that I didn't understand prior. You know what I'm saying? The boundary in the field and things that you're going to need for these positions. However, we're not, and I became a big Kenyon Mitchell guy in the interim. You got Max Melton. Today, the flavor of the day was just top of the day. I'm talking Mega Maniac on the way to school. Like, bro, like Cooper DeJean, when you look at the Swiss Army-ness of him, you know what I mean? Like, you've got him and CJGJ back there, and you don't know which one is going to line up, albeit I hear people say that, people more leaning towards the side of Cooper DeJean being a safety. I mean, he is a versatile dude. He has been a versatile dude, and I don't know, and I'm hearing a lot that whoever gets him, because of the mystery of him, they're going to get a jewel, a hidden gem, if you will. So that he's the flavor of the month today, and then there's the Max Meltons out there, and we've got Nate Wiggins, much like I said, you've got a lot of people saying that. And then if we're doing this because of the scheme that Fangio runs, a lot of zone, and I'm over there with Johnny Mack as far as I think Bradbury is going to be great in this system. I think he'll have a bounce back season. But in the event we don't, stick with him. Nate Wiggins, if we're running zone, he has a lot of recovery speed, dog. A lot of recovery speed. Just my estimation. I'm no guru as far as the defense goes, defensive backs go. I'm just a maniac for the flocking Eagles. Just things that I can see. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. More often I'm wrong, but who cares? Whatever. Gotta talk about it as I see it. This is therapy, right? And that's pretty much what I'm seeing right now as far as the DB room goes. We've got so many guys in that room. What are we going to do with them? You got the Keely Rangos, the Eli Ricks. I just don't know. We're going to have to bolster the defensive end spot now that Haason Reddick is out. But more often than not, I'm leaning towards the offensive lineman acquisition. Somebody early in the draft, just due to the fact that it's just what we do. We work in these trenches. I feel like we've got a formidable, nice enough depth, at least in every other position as far as these trenches go. I'm talking about Moro Ojimo and Mill Will behind not Fletcher. Golly, I missed that guy already. But I mean, Mill Will might even be in the starting position, but then you still got Tuipulotu and Moro Ojimo to back those dudes up, and we got a nice rotation there. I believe a 4-man rotation on the defensive end. And we lost the backup for Lane Johnson last season already. That's just where I know it's not the flashy, it's not the one that everyone wants, but I think it's the most responsible thing in my estimation. Although I still do think we're dealing from a place of strength in the fact that we can still draft best available because it's a strong offensive line draft. We can pick up guys in the second round. Strong as far as DBs go, could pick that up in the second round also, even though it'll get me a little scary. Not so strong at defensive end. Very strong offensive lineman, like I said, so being that it's not so strong, maybe we're leaning in and, still looking at Chop Robinson. I forgot, I do know, the other day I said I don't watch a lot of college football. I do recall, I did see a little bit of Jared Verse, and that dude's a whole beast too from Florida State. There's so many options out here. Baby, I just can't wait. What we got? We got about 3 weeks. Let's flock and go. But till the next time, make it your best time. In the meantime, between time, keep it a green time. I like to do around this time, about this time, at this time, man. I got questions. What you gonna do when Eagle Mania zooms down and runs wild on you? Say it with me one time, y'all. EAGLES. Eagles. Let's flock and go. Get the flock out of here.